I've been away on vacation. I've been camping and stuff, living a very 19th century life. So I've been away a little while. But I come back and Twitter X is changing its terms of service, its privacy policy, to say that from now on, well, as of September, late September, it's going to start collecting biometric information. And where you see biometric information, you should be prepared for the possibility not just of facial recognition, but also of all sorts of other stuff. Could be your fingerprint, could be your eyes, could be the way you hold your phone, the way you type, all kinds of things. And, on the one hand, this feels like a very singularly Musk thing, right? That it sort of feels like, geez, the guy's always sort of playing into these kinds of dystopian sci-fi plots. On the other hand, you're going to see this actually, I think, from a lot of companies coming up. There's a very smart researcher named Stephen Moser who's been looking at the code of various apps, including LinkedIn and Twitter and others, and he's speculating, and I think he's probably right, that this is the rise of passkeys, which we've heard about for a long time. And passkeys would basically replace the written password with something biometric, something singular to you, some kind of encrypted communication, or sort of a green light, an encrypted green light that stays on your phone but says thumbs up to the server and says this is Jake Ward, this is whoever it is, based on how you hold the phone or how you play a game or any of these various things. And all these companies are about to start trying to play around with this. And it's weird, right? Because it's part of this like grand national debate that we, for some reason, don't seem to be having, but should, about convenience versus privacy when it comes to technology, right? Like, I was talking to an executive at Facebook once, and he was describing to me how one of the weirdest paradoxes that they were facing at the time was that their customers were simultaneously saying to them, this was a guy in the ad sales department, that they wanted, on the one hand, their number one and number two requests was respect my privacy, but serve me only relevant ads. And those people don't seem to recognize that those two things cannot live together. If you're going to be served relevant ads, they're going to need to find out all kinds of things about you. And so, I don't know, I think we're in this weird moment where that's sort of going to be the case. And I also want to say, like, the stakes are one thing for you and me, living our safe lives in a society like the United States or another Western democracy. But, spare a thought for Mohammed al-Ghamdi, who back in July was sentenced to death in Saudi Arabia for basically for his tweets and his YouTube activity. Saudi officials are going to put that man to death. This is not a power user of Twitter. He had less than 1,000 followers, and all he was really doing was retweeting other people's tweets that were critical of the government. So I don't know. We're in this weird. We here in the United States and in other Western democracies have a lot to sort out about privacy and convenience. But other people are feeling the scariness of this stuff very quickly. So anyway, all this stuff is sort of coming together for me, and it's greeted for me in my first week back from a pastoral camping life.